Killeen ISD has been working to assess the damage from last week's storm. Freezing temperatures caused pipes to burst, damaging buildings across the district. You can see some of that damage behind me here. Arlene McNeil explains all the work the district has left to do. Arctic blast bringing snow to all parts of Texas. The state is dealing with freezing temperatures and thousands of power outages as another ice storm makes its way towards central Texas. The First Alert Weather Team, of course, has everything you need to know about this next storm. Right now, our Todd Unger is live braving the cold. Todd, it is going to be another long night for people. President Biden signs the $1.9 trillion stimulus bill into law. That means help is coming for millions across the country. Biden narrowly winning a vote in the House. This weekend is a big one for local bars and other businesses. It's the very first weekend they can reopen 100% with absolutely no restrictions. Our Jarrell Baker is live in Killeen at the Silver Wing Saloon. Jarrell, it's Friday night, so I'm guessing it's going to get pretty busy. And as state leaders work to fix water and power loss, local families, even here in the Brazos Valley, are trying to figure out ways to survive without the basic necessities. Well, the wind is gusting throughout central Texas. Here you can see a look live of the Waco VA where the flags are whipping in the wind. Let's turn now to Chief Meteorologist Matt Hines. Matt, it's pretty windy. I sprayed my hair with a lot of hairspray. I don't think it did too much.
Yeah, extra hair product definitely needed all this week.
Texas Senator Ted Cruz facing major backlash today after confirming that he had flown to Mexico with his daughters. The senator says he is flying back into Texas today. His trip comes as the state is dealing with severe weather conditions, power outages, and water shortages. Many still shaken up by the hotel fire in Killeen. We first reported on it last Friday night. Some who survived that traumatic scene claim the Hilton Garden Inn hasn't even checked in on them or updated them about replacing their belongings. Are you one of those people who lets someone else use their Netflix password, or do you use someone else's? Well, those days could be coming to an end. Netflix has a new feature that it's experimenting with right now. It works to verify accounts through methods like text or email. That is a very good idea, Sierra. Thank you. If you're working from home, it might seem like you've been doing it for a year, and many of you probably have been. Today marks the one-year anniversary of when COVID-19 was officially declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization. After last week's winter storm, many are being hit with thousands of dollars in electricity bills. The charges are showing up even as millions of Texans are without power for days at a time. Tonight, our Sierra Shipley takes a closer look into why some electric bills were so high and how the state is working to fix it. After some back and forth in the courts, Derek Chauvin will face a third-degree murder charge in the death of George Floyd. Jury selection is currently underway in the former officer's trial. Court TV's Chanley Painter explains. Life is all about how you respond to situations. For one Waco second grader, he's responding to bullies in a very unique way. Tonight, our Paige Ellenberger shares the story of Robin Land, who was helping a local nonprofit while also setting a good example. Breaking news out of Marlin, the water plant is currently down yet again. Their pipes have burst. They're trying to make repairs, but the needed supplies aren't available at local vendors, and other supplies are currently gone. They are working to get it fixed. The mayor asked to conserve water as much as possible. We, of course, will continue tracking this as we continue to gather more details. As this extreme weather continues, so does the amount of wrecks and accidents happening across central Texas. Our Abby Loring explains how tow truck companies are struggling to keep up with the high volume of calls. Texas AG Ken Paxton had a temporary loss in court today. A U.S. district judge throwing out an emergency injunction against Austin's mask order. Judge Laura Livingston says the city of Austin and Travis County can keep requiring masks for at least 2 more weeks. Josh, I am so glad I did not get a car wash because I hear we've got some rain coming our way.
Yeah, we have rain coming our way.
The winter weather is affecting Postal Service operations here in Texas. Find out where pickups, drop-offs, and deliveries have been officially suspended. Low-income patients will no longer be able to use Medicaid to get non-abortion health services at Planned Parenthood. This after a court decision said Texas can move forward with kicking the health provider out of its Medicaid program. That decision takes effect today. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Matt Hines is standing by. Matt, I have a question. I know it was cloudy earlier, but can you actually tan when it's cloudy?
You actually can. The sun rays still get through, and that's why you can get a burn.
Well, it's a job to go nuts for, and it comes with a company car unlike any other. Planters is looking for some new college grads to drive Mr. Peanut's Nutmobile. Sierra, thank you. Governor Greg Abbott is asking the legislature to mandate winterization of Texas's power system. Could filing your taxes impact your next stimulus check? Well, it depends. Did you make more or less money last year? Our Joe St. George walks us through several scenarios that might help you answer that question. Well, here's an interesting thought. Life expectancy differs based on which state you live in. Coming up, the average life expectancy for Americans and in which state people tend to live the longest. Student loan debt is weighing down millions across the country. Will that debt be forgiven or not? That's being debated right now in Washington. Our Joe St. George walks us through everything that's going on. Remember, price gouging is illegal, especially after a disaster has been declared by the governor. The Attorney General's office has the authority to prosecute any business that engages in price gouging. If you think that a business is raising their prices to take advantage of people during this winter weather, you can file a complaint with the AG's office by visiting texasattorneygeneral.gov. A Southwest airline worker helped reunite a missing toy with a little boy. Little Hagen forgot his Buzz Lightyear toy on a plane in Dallas, but here's where things got a little bit tricky. His family didn't notice that the toy was gone until they were already gone. Luckily, the Southwest worker spotted the toy and made it his mission to get Buzz back home and into little Hagen's hands safely. The toy arrived a few days later in a super nice handcrafted box, complete with pictures of his adventures with Southwest. Well, what a great way to end our Friday. Well, World News Tonight is just ahead, and we're back on the air in 30 minutes for 25 News at 6. Until then, have a good evening.